Well, hello there, Libra. How are you? It is so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. Today, we are doing your weekly tarot reading. This is good for the week of February 6th through the 12th. We'll take a look at the overall energies with the oracle cards, and then we'll move to the tarot for more details. And if you're enjoying the content that I create, I'd really appreciate it if you would consider liking, commenting, or subscribing. I really do appreciate all of your support. All right, let's get into your reading. The way forward is open. You're not trapped. Possibilities and opportunities abound. I will guide you to personal and spiritual freedom. Wow. Amazing energy. And mouse spirit, tend to the small things. Okay, so I feel like there is, this great opening that is happening for you. Perhaps right here at, this week. We just had the full moon in Leo, and, I feel like it really has allowed us to release some of those things, mindsets that have kept us held up back for some time. Yeah, you have new beginning on the bottom. You have a beautiful new beginning coming. But I feel like there is something that you have to tend to. There's something that you have to take care of before you can step into this new way forward, whatever that is. So this could be a new job, a new relationship. For some of you, I honestly think that you're thinking about moving to a new place, because it's kind of a map there. It's like, okay, where can I go next? What experience am I looking for? What new energies, new people, new situations do I want in my life? And wow, this is beautiful energy, Libra, really beautiful. And I'm really happy for you, because I feel like, this is a little bit of a long time coming. Oh my gosh. Ace of Pentacles. Look, you're showing up in your own reading. You've done the healing. You've brought yourself back into this sense of balance, of having peace in your own mind, that the way that you are moving forward is good for you, that you want this fresh new beginning. It's almost this energy of, I feel like for some of you, you could be hearing from somebody. This could be, a new job offer. It could be, an invitation to something. It's kind of like, I think in the past, you've been kind of like looking at why have things happened, trying to learn the lessons and everything. And now this is like a fresh new start. It's kind of like, okay, I don't have to ask all the questions why. It's almost this embracing. I'm ready for something new. Because you have the Ace of Pentacles, something new coming onto your path, new job offer, a new idea that you would like to nurture into growing a new business, or a new adventure to a new place, perhaps a trip, a new relationship. An Ace of Pentacles is that beautiful energy of having something, an idea or an actual offer of some sort, that if you nurture it, if you give it time, if you give it some love, it will grow into the Ten of Pentacles. Understanding that this is your choice. You can choose to go on this new path, or you can stay where you are. But I think for a lot of you, you're kind of like, I'm ready for this new beginning. I'm ready to step into this. And it's also, I feel, a little bit this mouse spirit's coming up. Understanding that when you step onto this path, this new path, when you accept this pentacle, whatever it is, that you do have to tend to it. You can't just take it and think it will magically grow. If it's an opportunity to start your own business, that you can't just set up shop, however that might mean, right? Set up shop and then think everything's going to magically come. It means that you are going to have to tend to it on a daily basis, putting time and energy into it every single day. If it's a new relationship, knowing that, it's just the beginning. The very beginning stages of anything need a lot of tending to, right? It's kind of like, if you plant, let's say, an acorn to grow an oak tree, right? You or any seed, let's say any seed, you really do have to make sure that it stays watered, that it gets some sunshine. You may even protect it from the elements if there's a strong freeze coming or a lot of snow. You may actually protect the seedling for some time. But once, a plant gets to Even a tree, it gets to 15 or 20 years old, right? It's kind of like you don't really think about having to tend to it so much. Then you get to kind of enjoy it, sit in the shade of it, look at the leaves changing colors in the fall, right? You get to enjoy it more. And I feel like there's this energy of whatever this new thing is, to make sure that if you decide to take this path, that you are willing to tend to the small things that this will take, that it will take a little bit of your time and your energy and your love at the very beginning. But I feel like you're ready to do this. For some of you, it is going back to something that you either wanted to create when you were a child, or it could even be a relationship from the past that you are willing to kind of like look at with fresh eyes in a new way, okay? And that won't be for all of you. It could be even family members. With the Six of Cups, to me, it's more of a sense of bringing family back together, or a certain family member back into the crowd. Or perhaps you're wanting to reconnect to people in your family or in some past environment, right? It's about understanding, okay, where am I here and now? Where is this situation here and now? How can I tend to this? How can I have somewhat of a new beginning in this situation? And if it's not that you're returning to something, right? You're not getting a message, because some of you could get a message from somebody in the past. If it's not that, then it's this energy of starting afresh without this person, but moving forward in a lovely energy, not like running away from somebody, but moving more towards what is happier for you. Understanding that it's about tending to your own needs at this time, this here and now. Sitting with yourself, getting really good at what it is that you want in this next chapter, especially after that full moon in Leo. I really love this energy because I feel like for some time you've been in this energy of lack. What perhaps is not in your life that you would like, but there's been a focus on the relationships that didn't work, the job that didn't work, the situations that have been painful. There could have been almost like a focus on that. And now what you're doing is you're almost like resetting your mindset. You're saying, okay, wait a minute. That was in the past. Now, where am I now? Well, Libra, you've done the healing, right? You've healed that connection. Or you've healed your heart from whatever painful things have happened in the past. It's about taking a look at, okay, I don't want to stay in this energy. If I've done this healing, why am I still in this energy? It's about just changing your mindset. I have done the energy. I am good where I am now. Being able to look at past situations and saying to yourself, okay, that was on my path for some reason. It's kind of interesting. Cancer had a very similar energy of recognizing that you are on, your spiritual path. You are moving towards your happiness. And at the same time, there have been other people in your life, especially maybe family members, that have kind of been going through the same thing. You may have kind of distanced yourself from some family members or friends or even coworkers, just an energy of distancing yourself, of going within, doing this healing, and now looking at life in a new way, this new loving way. For some of you, you may want to reconnect to people from the past. For others of you, you're kind of like, no, I don't want to reconnect, but I'm glad those people were on my path. I wish them well, and I'm ready to go in a new fashion. You don't want to enter a new chapter with this mentality, right? That's not what you want. So it's about resetting your thinking, your mindset. I really love this energy because I feel like you have the choice, Libra, at this time. You're in a really good place where if there are people that you would like to reconnect to, you have that opportunity. And if you would like to truly move on from these people, to have new people come into your life, then it's also that energy of, okay, it's time to move on, but I'm doing it in a loving way. I'm not doing it because they brought me pain. I'm doing it because I'm in search of my own happiness. I'm not running away from people or situations. I'm moving on to something that is on my path, that brings me happiness, that brings me joy. It's such a different mindset, isn't it? Because I feel like for a long time, we were kind of in this mindset of closing off people and situations in our life that were painful, right? But we do that because we have to go in and do this healing. We have to come back into our own sense of who we are. And I feel like you've done that, Libra. So now it's kind of like you can look at things that have happened in the past with a different, more loving way. Even though they were painful experiences, it's this energy of, okay, I get why that happened. It's understanding that you're on your spiritual path, and the people that you have been involved with, that they have been on their spiritual path. You're all learning different lessons. Your paths, though, have intertwined. And it's kind of like, okay, would you like to reopen these relationships, or are you just ready to move on? And I think your reading last week was kind of similar to that. Then it's really up to you, Libra. It's not about, what's in the cards. It's not about somebody else making that decision for you. It's about sitting in that decision with yourself and asking yourself, can I see why certain things have happened in the past? Can I see the love that is in that person? Do I want to reconnect to that? Or am I ready to move on, but moving on in a loving way? Once again, not moving on because that person is, that person is painful, right? That situation is painful. Not moving on because you're getting away from something, but moving on because in your heart, there's something new that you would like to grow. And it's about tending to it. Perhaps part of the past situation was that you didn't put enough, let's put it, time and energy into tending to it, right? You put time and energy into it. Don't get me wrong, Libra, right? But it's this energy of tending. There is a difference between putting time and energy into something and tending to it, right? Tending means that you're thinking about the relationship, the situation in a loving way, looking at what the situation, the relationship needs from a tending point of view, of nurturing it along from an ace to a 10. And I feel like even if you're not reconnecting to somebody from the past, it's when you have a new person coming into your life or a new situation that you're looking at this as, how can I tend to it? What does this situation or relationship need from me in order to grow? Right? And it's not, once again, it's not about you putting all the time and effort into it, but there is it's kind of like, that energy of, there's quality over quantity. Honestly, I feel like there's a combination. There's like a balance of quality and quantity that's needed in any situation. There is that sense of, having those moments where you are really tending to something. But there's also those moments where just being there is part of the tending. Yeah, I really love that energy because your area of resistance or your obstacle, oh my goodness, look at 10 of Pentacles. You may have something that is new, but what you're really wanting is the 10 of Pentacles. You don't go from the ace to the 10 overnight. I think, Libra, some of you would like to go from planting the acorn to having the shady oak tree in your backyard overnight. It's about understanding. No, there's a lot of work that goes from getting it from an ace to a 10. And it's asking yourself, okay, being truthful with yourself, about, are you willing to put the time and energy into this? I also feel like your truth is kind of caught up in also, do you feel like you deserve to have the Ten of Pentacles? Do you deserve to have a long-term, committed, loving relationship? A long-term sense of wealth and well-being, right? It's kind of stepping into that energy. Yes, you do, Libra. You do. Yeah, Page of Wands. Yeah, this is lovely energy. Look at all this Wands energy. You know, a lot of inspiration here. You know, getting kind of, I feel like for some of you, you're getting some good news. You may be getting some type of an offer, something new coming in. It could be that you're also offering something to somebody else. It can be, you know, either one of those. But there's this energy of knowing, okay, when I drop the burden of looking at situations from a sense of how could this hurt me instead of how can this bring me joy, right? That all of a sudden you find this victory. It's about getting really good with what has occurred in the past before you move on. Yeah, and really just kind of like sitting with that for a little bit, because your advice is, yeah, you are the star. You are going to be the star in this next new chapter. You know, it's about planning and action, tending to the small details, right? Tending to what it is going to take. In other words, I feel like there's this energy where you can't just wing it. You know, I was a teacher, you know, previously, and, you know, there is, you know, you would always have your lesson plans and everything, but every once in a while, there would be something that would occur, like a child would ask a question, or that it kind of like led the conversation or the lesson in a completely new way, right? And as a teacher, you know, you could say to the child, no, we're not going to talk about that today. But if it was somehow related to what you were learning, it was a great opportunity to kind of just say, okay, we're putting the plans and action, the plan to the side for right now, because this is a great learning experience and going with it. But then you step into that realm of winging it. You don't know what's going to happen, right? I feel like right now you could be in a position with this Ace of Pentacles where you could end up wanting to wing it, but your advice right now is to stick to the plan. Like, formulate your plan. Know what the final outcome is that you want. You want this, the Ten of Pentacles. You want a long-term committed relationship. You want financial stability. You want good connections in your life. And it's kind of like, I feel like right now, it's not about winging it. It's about thinking about how to bring that into fruition. What seed do you need to plant? How do you need to tend to it? You know, if you're looking for a new relationship, it's about, okay, if I want a new relationship, you know, what is it going to take for me to step into that energy? You know, being here now, not dragging along the past with you. And then it's also about, okay, what is it going to take? Do I have the time and the energy to put into a new relationship? You know, what does that look like? What does it mean for me in my daily life if I bring a new relationship in? It's not about winging it. It's about planning it. Wow, really interesting. Yeah, Queen of Cups, Seven of Swords, and then the Justice card. Understanding that for some time, maybe, you have been sabotaging your own happiness because I feel like you were winging it. You didn't have a plan. You may have been saying, oh, I really want a new love in my life or something, but you didn't have a plan. So you were sabotaging what it is that you truly wanted to bring into your life. It's coming back into your power. If you want a new relationship, what does that look like? What does it mean for you on your daily basis? You know, what time do you have to give to somebody new? It's not about winging it. It's about setting yourself up for success. That's exactly what it is. All right, let's pull your soul truth card. And Libra, I do personal readings, so if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. All right, let's see what we have here, because I really feel like you have this brand new beginning. It's about truly setting yourself up for success. Does my life have room for more pleasure and play? Yeah, I think that's what you want. You want more new experiences, right? Whether it's a relationship, an adventure, whatever it is, new job, whatever it is. But does it have the time for it? In what area are you lacking pleasure right now? Maybe in certain relationships or with work. Is it possible to shift the seriousness of life to experiencing a more creative, wild, and playful side of you? What would happen if you added more play and laughter into your life? What area is lacking this right now? Take time to play. Let go of anything you need to produce. Yeah, I feel like, even your play may need to be scheduled at this time, making it a priority, making your pleasure, your experiences in life kind of a little bit of a priority. And that might mean you just can't wing it or hope that it comes along. It's about making it a priority. Yeah, and getting out of a little bit of a sense of feeling like life is so serious, It is. It's time to go play. All right. I'm going to leave it there, Libra. I hope you have a wonderful week. I wish you so much love and light, and I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.